G'day folks, Tony again here for more Renowned Explorers International Society. It's research time. We have research at our disposal. And we only have 2 of a possible 7 insight from that last expedition, so it might be worth trying to crank up that insight a little bit more. Tales from the Wild, +2 study when spending insight to perform a campaign with a level 3 survivalist. Collect with an athlete, or study with a naturalist. Well, look, survivalist, athlete, and naturalist are 3 of the folks that we have, so let's give that a go. We still have enough research to get another thing here, so we've got +1 supply capacity, which might also be handy. Let's keep cranking our way down this tree because that's what we're here for, to try and max out another one of these trees. So we're going to get more discovery, we're going to get more of all the bits and pieces. It would be lovely to get to this breakthrough, but we need another 80 research points. We might be able to get those in Berlin. Ooh, 13, the lucky number for resources there at the moment. So let's get Amelia doing some more research here. It's going to get us quite a lot of research now that we're earning more of those things. And perhaps this will be enough to get us over that threshold. It is indeed. So we can do that one last piece of research. Well done, us. Let's do it. Ooh. The Origin of Species 2. 150 renowned. Another 2 insight. Excellent. The sequel we've all been waiting for. 5 stars. +1 campaign, +1 collect when spending insight on study. Good. Project Mastery, Nature Sciences, +50% renown from research. Also good. Research, it's what we do. Okay, so now that we have another 2 insight, let's research some more. Can never get too much research. And look, it's going to give us more of these other resources as well, so that's good. Go, Amelia, go. Excellent. All the things. Keep it coming. Because now our renown is also going up every time we're doing things. Top work. All right. So we have Outback Supplies down in Sydney. We'll go there in a moment. Let's have a peek at potential higher level specialists that we might be able to get. Naturalist, +1 to study whenever a naturalist succeeds in the adventure wheel. Sure. What else do we have here? Every time we resolve an encounter in any way, we get a token. That does sound pretty cool because we do that fairly often. Do we want collect? Do we want study? Do we want collect, aggressive, devious? Well, look, we tend to be ending most of our expeditions on devious, so we might go with that. And Igor does look pretty good, so there is that as well. Do we want to get any of these as well while we're here? I mean, if we're going to keep going devious, Lady Verduva also looks kind of funny. And maybe we should get some more helpers here now. Status would be good. Encounters. Or... from campaign. Okay. Sorry, muttering to myself here. We've used all the helpers we can get there. We haven't used them all from here. We have got all the lobbyists, though. We only have 100 points left. And I'd like to try cranking up our status a little bit more. So that's going to have to be that for the time being. Let's have a look at what they've got at this Outback Supply shop, shall we? So for trinkets, survivalist camping, naturalist classical physics, survivalist spotting, quick thinker alert. That is expensive. Goodness me. Okay, Kiwi's survivalist skills. Tracking, wilderness lore, navigation. Don't have either of those things. +10 speech while the mood is pleasant. Kiwi does need some more trinkets though. That one is going to... This one will be able to give her survivalist camping, which might be kind of cool. What is the next batch up though? If we take some of these other things, we can get binoculars, engineering, we're not really doing that. Athlete smashing, we're not really doing that either. Rogue sneaking, no. All right, we're going to grab this. Going to give that to Kiwi. We're going to look at what offensive stuff we have here. Woof, look at all these colors. Lovely. Determined killer. Okay, so this is based around moods that people get into. We tend to spend most of our time making our enemies either, no, not terrified, either impressed or enraged. So those are probably the most useful things, but that seems very situational and we're not really doing all that much of it right now. If we were to upgrade for 200, that would leave us with 374, which is only enough to get the biscuit box. We don't want diplomatic things. So let's have a dig around at what some other trinkets might be that we could use. Naturalist, astronomy. We already have that, of course, for Amelia. Tactician, rogue, no, no, no. Quick thinker, no, no, no. All right. So maybe some more trinkets here that we might be able to find useful for Kiwi. Survivalist navigation. Do you have navigation? You already have navigation, so we don't need that. All right, let's upgrade, see what else we get. Beguiler. Archaeologist, sure. Tactician. Quick thinker. All right. I'm wondering if this might go well with some of the other things that Kiwi does, because she does tend to do a lot of dangerous sort of maneuvering through wilderness areas, and I could see possibly a grappling hook helping out there. Although maybe I'm overthinking this. Tactician events, survivalist hunting. But that's going to be more... Oh no, it isn't quite more. We could get the coach whistle. Resist damage taken from enraged targets, tactician, offense, and survivalist hunting. You don't currently have survivalist hunting, so why not? We'll do that. We'll take the coach whistle. Maybe I've done something horribly wrong, but hey, that's just the way it goes. All right. So we're out of insight. We can't get any more research. We're low on status. We're low on gold. I think we're ready for our 4th expedition. Let's see what we have available now. So we did the Caribbean island already, but we now have the Emerged Island, which is a 4-star, still over here in the Caribbean. And we also have Transylvanian region, which is another new 4-star one. So we're not going to go for the 2s or the 3s. We're going to try one of these 4s. What is Transylvania going to have for us? Search for the missing Globus Cruciger in the spooky forest of Transylvania. Diplomat, beguiler, engineer, or quick thinker. That's not us. Not even a little bit. The Emerged Island, however. Archaeologist, nature challenge. A lot of gold, a lot of research. That sounds like our jam, doesn't it? So a 4-star difficulty. An island which is on no map has emerged from the ocean. This makes the likelihood of finding something special on this island pretty high. Let's get to it. Here we are. After a turbulent voyage, you arrive at the recently emerged island. The ground is still a bit wet and it smells like rotting fish. You haven't even taken your first steps when you hear the sound of drums. You think you have time to make a plan, but then without warning, a pair of blow darts flies towards Amelia. Hit by the dart, Amelia is suddenly unable to speak. A couple of voodoo pirates come running out of the jungle. You'd never thought such a thing existed. We're going to stand our ground in a rank 2 encounter. And we're going to get some tokens for a devious victory, which we do tend to do fairly often. So let's see if we can make that happen. Quite a number of hit points in some of these enemies, though. They're all clustered up. Can we take advantage of this clustering? Amelia has some shiny things around her. What is that? +5 spirit. Silenced. Cannot attack with speech. Oh dear. Amelia's only able to hit things or use an amnesia shot. Well, if that is the case, can you actually hit 2 things at once? Doesn't look like that's going to happen, and that's a dreadful, dreadful outcome. So let's not worry about that right now. What we are going to do, we might actually... wait a minute. Amelia tends to be the one who takes more damage more often. If we do a sad, how much is that going to knock things down by? And sad will do what again? Decreasing speech power, but they're currently aggressive and they might be staying aggressive. All right, let's have a think about this. Sure. Kiwi, what can you do for us? Everything's probably too far away for you right now, isn't it? Of course it is. And this one is only adjacent. Yep, one around self. We're going to have to wait for them to move in a little bit more. All right. Look, I think the best approach, Amelia's going to have to hit something. Because there's not much else that can be done. So now we're in a hostile disposition, which is going to give our devious abilities 25% power. All right, well, if that's the case, then we can probably run Kiwi in here. We're going to do some deviousness. We're going to devious all the things. So that's going to make a bunch of folks quite cranky. And we should then be able to move Jean-Pierre in here. We can do a good old-fashioned... Actually, no, Sad's going to make it... Sad's going to take that thing down. We're going to do it. Very humiliating. Saddened beyond words and just wants to be alone. That's given us a demeanor change, which I guess is cool because we do want to end up on Devious, but we also don't want to die. Speaking of dying, let's see if we do that. Let's use a big old hit there. So taking down a number of hit points, but not massively giant. And somebody running away from us there pretty damn fast. All right, what to do, what to do. Enrage will do a little bit. I think we might need to try to do an impressed here. Although, wait a minute, if we go confident... Yeah, we'll try that. Please work. Good-o. So now that everyone's confident, we're going to get some more attack power. And we'll try some good old-fashioned biff. Or will we? Wait, Enraged is going to lower armor. And then Amelia, who can't speak, will be able to hit. So let's do that. Fortunately, no whiffing happening at the moment. So that's good. Getting in there with the shovel again. Classic Amelia, am I right? I'm not right. Ooh, they have switched. They're now going for a devious approach. So it looks like they're using some things here that are going to make us terrified if we get into a negative mood. It's got a fumble there. So for this mood bar at the bottom, the green on the right here is a positive mood. The red on the left is a negative mood. So you could have seen those terrified purple faces popping up there. We're not actually switching to a terrified state yet because we haven't gone down into the negative part of the mood meter. So we're still confident rather than being in a bad way, in a terrified way. So we'll take advantage of being able to do things at range here. This should also be enough to get rid of this fellow. It's all about that beard, isn't it? And Amelia is no longer silenced, which means that we're going to be able to do all of these other things that we could potentially do. What is going to be the most useful to us at this point? Making everyone excited is going to boost all of our speech power, and we want to stay devious to get the tokens. I'm all for it. Good work, team. Yeah. How about that synergy? And it's also conveniently put everyone's mood very much into the positive. So we're much less likely to end up in a terrified state. Okay. How are we doing here? All right, we're going to do this. We're going to try... Oh, no, that's going to push us over, isn't it? At will, if we use a friendly. How much will it take to get us back from a friendly to a devious, though? If I do a friendly, it's going to lower their speech defense, and then I do 2 devious attacks with the other 2. Maybe that will still be okay. Let's give it a go. So we've made them in this impressed state, which flipped us over to this friendly attitude. We're going to now need to do a couple of devious things in a row to switch us back to devious, which is what we want to be in at the end to get our tokens. So if we do a devious here for an enrage from Amelia, which hit, so that's good. And still only just still in the positive there to stay in that impressed state. So we'll move Kiwi in. And which one shall we do? I mean, they're both kind of the same. Although this one might actually get us 2 in the devious, which we need. Let's cross our fingers. See if that actually tips us over. It does. Excellent. So back to the devious state. Defeating the enemy. Finishing in the attitude that we wanted to get those bonus tokens. Good stuff. The voodoo pirates are scared and apologize for being so aggressive toward you. When you ask them what this place is and what they're doing in this island, they shiver with fear. Comfort them and ask them again. Intimidate them or let them go. Oh, let's comfort them and ask them again. The pirates look at one another and feel confident enough to tell you something. One of them starts talking about how this island emerges once every 50 years in order for the captain to take his revenge on the Spanish. Then suddenly, his lips melt together. The other yells, "Oh no, the curse, the curse," as they both run back into the jungle. Interesting. Let's continue exploring. Or even start exploring. That was an intense start. Time to explore the rest of the island and find the captain they were talking about. Let's get to it, shall we? Interesting. So we now have 14 supplies available to us. That's going to get us more. We don't need that right now. So let's start by accumulating some gold. You walk into a pile of old stuff the pirates must have thought was junk, but some of these items are real collector's items today. Great find. Okay, looks like 2 supplies to get into this area from most directions. So I'm going to go here first. We've got ourselves maybe an archaeology thing here, which would be nice. This place looks like any other, but Amelia speaks up and tells the others there is an archaeological opportunity here. Then she points to an inconspicuous place on the ground, 98%. Oh, this is going to really hurt if we don't get it. But we did. I knew we could do it. The excavation was a success and the crew finds valuable pirate hoard. Amelia wants to dig further, expecting even greater value, but Jean-Pierre glints his eyes fearfully, warning not to be too greedy. Shall we dig deeper? Well, Amelia's got a 2/3 chance. Delving too greedily and too deep, that is a line from Lord of the Rings and is kind of terrifying, but we're going to do this anyway because 2/3 is not too shabby. Ooh. Yeah, another rousing victory. Shall we do it again? It's down to a 1/3 chance. I don't really want to push it anymore. I think that's more than enough for us. So we're going to leave it at that. That's a good batch of stuff. Well done, us. Now, I'd like to head down here towards these extra supplies. But which way should we go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. These are all kind of bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. That feels better. But Amelia has leveled up, so let's take care of that first, shall we? We have ourselves Naturalist Electromagnetics or Archaeologist Legends. We already have Archaeologist Legends, so we're not going to go for that one. We're going to go for another Naturalist. Good stuff. No extra ability. We've already got all of those decked out. And Jean-Pierre and Kiwi are getting close. 2 more experience and 4 more experience accordingly. Let's go and gather ourselves some research. Ooh, fancy. Looks like an epic encounter there as well. As you walk through the darkness of the night, you see some glowing plants. You try to pick them, but they are spectral. What a rare find. One moment, says Amelia. Amelia thinks for a moment and comes up with a way of picking up the plant. It won't survive for long, but long enough to conduct a little more research. Yay! Excellent. Ooh, there's a nature challenge and a treasure. And there might be an epic encounter. Ooh, we can head back that way as we continue exploring. Keep that on our radar. A group of voodoo monkeys is blocking the road. You have waited for a while, but they are not moving. There is no way around them. It's another rank 2 encounter, folks. Will Jean-Pierre, Kiwi, and Amelia manage to make it through? Definitely devious again because we want more bonuses. So I assume the monkeys, even though they're voodoo monkeys, are also going to be devious. Just having a glance around to make sure there's nothing lurking on the sides of the screen, and they aren't. It looks like just 5 of them at the moment. And we do have ourselves some bottlenecks here that we can take advantage of. All right. So I think here we can go all the way around. We can get amongst it straight away. Let's do it. Let's be bold. What's going to do the most? All right. Can't turn down the opportunity for loudmouthery. So we're now in devious, which is where we want to be. And we might be able to bring Amelia through. We can do... It's not quite enough, is it? That's frustrating. That's not going to help. That's what we got, folks. That's what we're going to go for. And it's a fumble anyway, so it was all moot. But we're going to keep Jean-Pierre in with everyone else as well. And we should be able to... What's going to do the most here? Clearly that one. Nothing wrong with a bit of clobbering if it gets the job done and removes someone from the field of play. And we're still devious. We're still well ahead on that front. Good, good, good. What you going to do, Voodoo Monkey? Oof. I should have known. That's some pretty hard hits happening there. Jean-Pierre now in a sad way. Also going to get sad here on Amelia. No, everyone's getting sad now. All right. So some natural healing happening here because we're in this sort of yellow bordered area. So that is handy to know. Here's what I think we're going to do. I'm going to move... Let me think about this for a moment. No, I'm just going to take Amelia I'm going to move Amelia all the way down here. And I'm going to do an a tranquility on everyone. That should put us all in a good mood and give us all some healing. Make us less sad. Good stuff. Now Kiwi should be able to use an enrage and take this monkey out entirely. Good stuff. Bye, enraged monkey. And what are we going to do here? Shall we go sad? Shall we go clobber? They're pretty close together, so I'm just going to go with the sad. We'll fight sad with sad. Take those stinky fish and be a sad voodoo monkey. That's a sentence that I love being able to say out loud. All right. So I thought that was going to be a biff, and it wasn't. So they're going to take advantage of these sad ranged attacks. That moved Jean-Pierre back into a neutral state, and this one also pushing Amelia back into a neutral state. All right. Kiwi can't move through there because everyone's kind of in the way. Can Amelia do... Too far away. All right. That's not what we want right now. What I think we want right now. 1, 2. That will work, but it will probably also make us aggressive. All right. But I am going to do it. So we should get our confidence boost kicking in here. So everybody feeling very much more confident. So now... Oh, still not quite enough, is it? All right. Here's what we'll do. To take advantage of being able to do more healing here, we're going to move Kiwi up 1 this way. We're going to... Yep. We're going to make an attack on the monkey. Good stuff. We're also going to move Amelia up there. All right. Pushed ourselves into an aggressive state. Negative 25 speech defense. That could be tricky. Could be tricky with the way the monkeys are trying to have a go at us, but that's all right. I'm going to go another attack here. Bit of the old biffo. And I think that means that we're going to have to get back on the devious train here pretty rapidly in the next turn. We'll switch back to hostile. All right. That doesn't look too bad in terms of our ability to handle smelly underpants taunts. Jean-Pierre feeling a little bit rough there. Keeping in mind this is an early encounter from sort of the start of the expedition as well. Okay. Well, we definitely need to take that monkey out. So we're going to use Amelia to do that. Thankfully that worked. And then we can take Kiwi, who has quite a bit more movement. And we can bring Kiwi all the way down this way. And then hopefully this loudmouth is going to do the job, and it looks like it will. And that should be enough to switch us over. And it is. And if that finishes a scenario, which it does, we get all of our tokens. Yay! Good stuff. We broke our opponent's minds. The monkeys respect you. They make way and let you through. And we get 1 campaign token. Good stuff. And Jean-Pierre is now able to level up. So what are we going to get here? We're going to get a friendly peace treaty ability, which is nice. And we're going to get an extra trinket slot, which is also nice. Athlete Powerhouse or Archaeologist Legends. We're going to lean into the athlete. Because that's what we're doing. We're leaning heavily into all of these things. So well done, everyone. And that is all the time we have for this part of the Let's Play. Thank you once again, dear viewers, for joining us and for tuning in. If you're enjoying this, thumbs up would be super cool. Subscribing to the channel would be even more super cool. But the most superest, coolerest thing you can do is to recommend this to a friend if you think they might enjoy it, and come back again soon for more Renowned Explorers International Society.